Lawyer and activist Miguna Miguna finally set foot back home after close to 5 years in exile. Now that the political firebrand is back, his next political course of action is the focus of many. Some pundits opine that his return could pose a challenge to Raila Odinga's kingpin status in Nyanza. NTV's Sydney Chazima interrogated political analysts on the impact of Miguna's return on the political landscape in Nyanza.
Exactly 0600 hours, as he had promised, Miguna made his way to a jubilant welcome from his supporters.
My friend, thank you very much.
And from the look on his radiant face,
it was a sigh of relief for the self-proclaimed General Miguna Miguna after 1,716 days away from Kenya when he was deported back in 2018.
And his first pronouncement:
I must extend my gratitude to Kenyans that voted overwhelmingly for the Kenya Kwanza government, because that is central for me. Without this administration, I would not be back home.
It has not been lost on the public how swift the Ruto administration has been in regards to facilitating the removal of the red alerts to allow for Miguna's return. And from that swiftness arises a debate on just what role Ruto intends to have Miguna play in the political spheres of Nyanza. But when quizzed if he would accept a job offer in the Kenya Kwanza government, Miguna retorted,
that is an irrelevant question at this time. I have given my statement. It ends there.
On his social media handles, Miguna has many a time proclaimed his desire to chart a different political path for the Nyanza region, away from Raila Odinga's decades-old stranglehold. But political experts believe Miguna still has a long way to go to attain a kingpin status.
No, please, let's not even bring Miguna close to Baba and his agenda. Miguna has his place in the social media, in the place of verbal attack, in the place of the, we might call it disrespect or whatever it is. He shoots without thinking. That's Miguna. Does his coming really board on a threat for Raila? I don't think you can relate it that way.
But Miguna remains bullish in his resolve to launch Nyanza's new political order.
Breathing fresh oxygen, Miguna is going to take it in, right? And then, you know me, you will see what you see. Yes.
In a number of his posts on social media, the terms despot and conman, referring to Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga respectively, have been a mainstay. These remarks earned him praise and condemnation equally. But according to analysts, these tirades do not earn him the needed political capital to topple Raila in Nyanza.
At the end of the day, Miguna will have to learn that he has to have an agenda for Kenyans to work with him. But that agenda cannot be despot Uhuru, conman Raila. That is not an agenda. You should be saying issues, you should be on issues, you should be able to dissect those issues, you should be able to allow Kenyans to understand you for who you are.
In his recent travels in Nyanza, President Ruto was in the company of local leaders who have decamped from Odinga's fold, and the return of Miguna now adds to the number of his Luo Nyanza ammunition of leaders who don't walk the Raila talk.
Since President Ruto was sworn in, it has taken honesty. He said that he would facilitate my return, and he did. And we have to commend him for that. He's a man of his word.
Miguna has promised to announce his next political moves in the coming days, and should he make good of his resolve to chart a new political path away from Raila, the spotlight will shift to what measures Raila will put in place to ward off any challenges to his kingpin status in the Nyanza region. Sydney Chazima, NTV.